Hey yogis, welcome back or welcome to your first session of yoga. If you haven't jumped in on the earlier couple that we've got up on the channel. Today I'm going to focus on doing a little bit of heart opening or shoulder opening. Over the past few weeks, having a really significant change in routine has meant that I think a lot of us might have been spending more time on devices, or maybe that's just me personally. I've been doing a lot of work from a laptop or doing a lot of things from a phone or tablet, and I just feel like I'm sort of starting to sort of curl over, even though I do a lot of yoga and Pilates. Just sometimes it's really nice, especially early on in the week, to really open up through the chest and give yourself a nice little stretch through that upper body. Sometimes it can be an area that we neglect. We always tend to be like, oh, my hamstrings are tight, I'm going to stretch them out, or my back feels really tight. So I think that today's session should be really, really nice for you if you feel like you need a little bit of extra opening through that heart area there. So I'll get you to come down into your comfortable seat. So whether that's sitting cross-legged or kneeling, and just like we always do, we're going to start arriving just by using our breath. So get comfortable, get out any little wiggles, and then close down your eyes and just slowly start to tune in and start to stack the spine so that you're sitting nice and tall. And that might mean that you need to tuck your pelvis under a little bit, just noticing where your belly is. Sitting up nice and tall, one vertebrae stacked on top of the other. And when you reach your shoulders, give them a roll back and down. Really try and get them locked in there nice and low on the back. That should create some nice distance between your shoulders and your ears. Your neck goes long all the way to the crown of the head. And then when you get there and you arrive in some kind of stillness, just taking one or both of your hands to your belly and just start to feel the gentle movements, the gentle rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. So taking the inhales through the nose and then the exhales out lightly through the mouth. And it's nice just to arrive in this space. If you've managed to tune into the last couple of classes, you might find that just from habit, doing this breathing exercise, you can start to find a little bit more calmness earlier on than what you would have in the first one. Perhaps with each exhale breath, you're letting something go that might be on your to-do list or that you might be thinking about because for the next 40, 50 minutes, it's just all about you, your body and your breath. Taking one more collective breath in here, so a big inhale through the nose. Long exhale out through the mouth. Two more just like that. Inhale through the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. One more. Let it all go. Slowly blink open the eyes. I want you to take your left hand down to the mat, reaching the right arm up to the sky, and just taking the hips over towards the right arm reaches over towards the left. A nice side body stretch here. Inhale, and the next exhale, just open up the chest towards the ceiling slightly and take your gaze just towards the roof. Keeping those breaths nice and long and deep. inhale, coming back to center. Keep that right arm in the air, and then just slowly take your right ear towards your right shoulder. And you might use that right arm for a little bit of extra weight, just to lengthen down through the side of the neck. Making that left arm really heavy, let it hang or dangle if it doesn't reach the ground. And then just slowly, what I'm going to call it flossing. Take your gaze down towards the top corner of your mat. And then really slowly, if it feels okay for you, taking your gaze up towards the ceiling. So just lengthening through those neck muscles. They can get quite tight and sore. They are working all day long, keeping our heads up. And just take your range of movement. And one more. And then coming back to center, other side. So just putting the left hand down by your side, your right hand down by your side, reaching the left arm up overhead. And a big side stretch. So it might mean that you need to really place a little bit more weight into that left side so that you're not completely collapsing into the right side of the body. And then lengthen that left arm up and over. Turn to take the chest a little bit more towards the ceiling. Maybe take your gaze there too. Little opener. It's particularly tough if you're doing it first thing in the morning, I think. And coming back to center, keeping that left hand in the air, and then taking the left ear to left shoulder, and taking that left hand across the head, just to carry a little bit more weight. And nice and gently, just start taking your gaze from the floor to the ceiling. And if you have any particularly sticky spots you need to work in, this class is about you and your body, so go for it. And then coming back to center, we're just going to take a little seated cat-cow. So whether you're kneeling or sitting cross-legged, take both of your hands into your knees. I want you to press your chest forward and almost pull back on your knees, rolling those shoulders back and down. Chest becomes nice and proud. Tilt the head back if that feels good for you. And then tuck the chin in, curve through the belly, dome through the upper back. Maybe pulling on the knees into that version of cat stretch. If you drop your chin into your chest, you might get a nice little lengthening right up through the spine. Inhale, pressing the chest forward, roll the shoulders back and down, lengthen through the neck. Exhale, reverse out of that. So chin comes to the chest, doming through the upper back. See, go through the belly. And one more, hands slide up the thighs, chest comes forward. And then one more, cat. One big breath in here. And then exhale, make your way to a nice 4-point kneeling position. So if you've been kneeling, give your feet a little tap, maybe tapping the toes under. They might feel a little stiff after that. And then when you're ready, I want you to make your way down into a nice little Sphinx pose. So just coming down onto the forearms, lowering down nice and slow, and then placing your arms in front of you. And just looking for the length and right through the spine. Relaxing down through the buttocks. Sometimes we tend to clench. I want you to relax and make sure that we're rolling those shoulders back and down, really broadening through the chest. Big breath in. Exhale, go all the way down towards the ground. I want you to cactus your arms out to either side of the mat. Keeping the right hand where it is, take the left hand and place it just beside the chest. Turn your head to face towards your left hand. And then using that left hand, slowly push and roll your body over. Your leg might come to and get a nice stretch through your shoulder there. So just take it to your point and use the breath to ease out any stiffness through that upper shoulder. Big breath in. And exhale, coming back towards the center, other side. So we cactus that left arm out. And we use our right hand beside our chest to roll our body over and stretch open towards the left side. If you've taken the leg up and over, you might be feeling a nice little stretch through the quad. One more breath in. And coming back to center. Taking your hands as wide as the mat, we'll go through a little rolling cobra. So inhale, come up. The last thing to rise is the chin from the chest, lowering down belly, lower ribs, chest. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come all the way down. One more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, all the way down. Take your hands back down beside your chest. Press up off your knees. Let's go into a puppy pose. So push all the way back so that your hips are directly over your knees. And then I want you to walk your hands forward as far as they can go. Hips are still over the knees, and then lower the chest down. This is called puppy pose. Again, a nice one for your upper back. You can take your forehead to the floor, or you can take your chin if you want a little extra. And then just working to lower the chest towards the ground. Another nice opening through the shoulders. One more breath in here. Exhale, maybe coming onto your elbows and walking your elbows back in and then onto your hands. Nice 4-point kneel here. From there, we'll set up for our first downward dog. So we're pressing through the hands and gripping the mat with our little finger pads. Our elbow creases face forward. We tuck our toes, hover, brace the belly, so pull that belly button in towards the spine. And then exhale, press the hips up towards the sky for the first downward dog of the day. If you're doing this practice in the early morning, it happens to be about 7:30 at the moment, you might feel really quite stiff through your hamstrings. So walk the feet out, bending the right knee, straightening the left leg, and then switching the opposite sides. Then we need in stillness. So from here, setting up again, nice strong foundations. Remembering that we're pressing through all 4 corners of the hands. Checking with the elbow creases. Keep that. Take a nice inhale here. And then exhale, bring your chest towards your thighs. A little more. Good, keep that. Pull the belly button into spine. Inhale. Exhale, tip your hips a little more towards the ceiling. It's a nice active downward dog. One more breath in here, keeping that. Lower the heels down with the exhale. Good. This should feel quite strong. We're not here for too long. 1 round of breath. Inhale. Exhale, let something go. Lift the right leg to the side. Inhale. Exhale, tight curl the knee towards the nose. And then shift it across, so knee towards the left wrist. Good. Hold it over. Inhale to center. Knee lifted up like a fire hydrant towards the right. Inhale to center. Dome through the upper back to create some space and step the right foot between the hands. Good. Drop that back knee down. Untap the toe, reaching up for Vinyasa. Beautiful. Alrighty, so starting at the base, making sure that we've got even weight distributed through back and front leg. Give that pelvis a little tuck under. Once you do that, you should find a nice little stretch through the hip flexor here. Keeping the shoulders, the ribs tucked in, making sure that you're reaching up towards the sky. Your gaze might have followed your hands towards the roof. You're going to inhale here. And then exhale, pull the arms down into a cactus shape and almost like you're squeezing something between your shoulder blades. Good. Inhale, reaching up nice and tall. Lengthen the arms as much as you can. Exhale, bring the arms down into that cactus shape. One more, reaching up. Nice and slow, like you're moving through honey. Hold at the bottom of the shape. Puff that chest forward. Squeeze between the shoulder blades, almost like you're holding your $50 bill. Good. Inhale, bring the arms forward. Right arm comes under the left for a nice eagle wrap. And then dome that upper back and pull the arms up towards the sky. Nice stretch through the back there. Breathe into it. Inhale. Exhale, unravel the arms. Place the hands down either side of the right foot. Tuck the back toe. Step back into your high plank pose. And again, we'll go all the way up into down facing dog. So hips come towards the sky. Kneeling in stillness. Lift the left leg to the sky. Inhale. Knee towards the nose. Hover the knee. Knee towards the right wrist. Twist. Good. Inhale, center. Knee out towards the side like a fire hydrant. Inhale, center. Dome again for the upper back. Create some space. Step that left leg through. Right knee drops down. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Vinyasa, other side. Again, adjust your hips so that they're even. Sometimes one hip creeps forward more than the other. So pull them back into line, tuck that pelvis under, and reach for the sky. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Cactus the arms 3 times. Squeeze through the shoulder blades. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Eagle wrap on the other side. Right arm comes into the left. A twist. Dome through the upper back and then reach the arms towards the sky. Maybe your gaze follows. Exhale, unravel the arms, place the hands down beside the feet, tuck the back toe, high plank, and lower down halfway, low plank. So you can come down to your knees if you wish. We hold 3, 2, 1. Move into your first upward facing dog or cobra pose if that's where you're at today. Inhale. Exhale, roll over the toes. Walk the feet towards the top of the mat. Bend the knees as much or as little as you like. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Then to the knees, we reach up, rise up. Hands come to our heart center. We're going to come into 3 rounds of our sun salutation A. So inhale here, sweep the arms around in a circle. Then we top, drag them down through the heart center, forward fold, hinging at the hip. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands down, step the right foot back, left foot meets, we're in high to low plank. Knees are your option here. Push forward, lower down halfway, upward facing dog. Roll those shoulders back and down. Think about that chest opening. Over the tops of toes, hips come to the side, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, left foot to meet. Halfway lift, forward fold. Then knees reach up, rise up. Hands to heart center, down middle round 2. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down. Right, the left foot steps back. Right foot to meet. Your chaturanga, your flow. Take your options. Upward facing, open through that chest. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Right foot forward. Halfway. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Reaching up, last round, 1 breath per movement. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog is good. Once we meet downward facing dog, start thinking about your setups, your foundations. Make your way there. Thinking about all those points, belly button pull into the spine. Raise your chest. You get it closer to your thighs. You lengthen up a little more through your hamstrings. Okay, remember to breathe. Sometimes it's one of the first things that we forget. We'll do it naturally or instinctively, but we don't realize how shallow our breathing can get in the holding positions. Right leg lifted, inhale. Yawn hip open so the knee comes towards the ceiling. Getting a nice stretch through the midline of the body. And remembering to square the shoulders up so we don't want that left shoulder to collapse down. Strong through the upper body. Inhale. Exhale, take the knee across the body towards the left wrist. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale towards the right wrist. Knee comes towards the elbow. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, place the foot between the hands, step it through, coming all the way up for a high crescent lunge here. Reaching up nice and tall, inhale. Exhale, lower the back knee down, cactus the arms, good. 2 more just like that, reach up nice and tall. Little fire starting to build in the backs of the legs. Good, 1 more. Come down, cactus the arms wide, make the chest proud. Coming all the way up. And then clasp the hands down the base of the spine here. Make the chest nice and proud. And then just turn that back foot into a nice warrior 1 position. So it's on a 45-degree angle. Keeping the chest nice and proud. Tuck the hips in and under. Bend a little more into that front knee. Good. Keep that. Now lift the hands away from the base of the spine as much as you can. And humble warrior is where we're going. So chest comes down low, bows towards that front knee, and hands follow. So taking even pressure through front and back foot. Maybe just checking with your hips, and if you need to pull one, particularly the right hip, back into space. And lengthen all the way down. through the base of the neck, so let the neck hang nice and long. Nice inhale here. And then exhale, place both of your hands to the inside of that front foot. You should feel a little relief for that front leg. And then what I want you to do is walk your hands towards the center. That right leg will begin to straighten and in a nice little triangle forward fold. Forward fold all the way down so your crown comes towards the floor. It's a nice little stretch through the backs of the legs. And take a nice long full breath. Halfway lift, inhale, hands still on the floor. Exhale, walk your hands towards your left foot. Turn your left foot to face forward. And we're in a low lunge at the back of our mat. Good. Prepare here, so taking even weight through front and back foot. Inhale, reach up to a high lunge. Exhale, lower, 3 lunges. Cactus the arms all the way down. Good. 1 more. Inhale, we come up. Clasp the hands down the base of the spine. We'll do this on the other side. Change the direction of that back foot, that 45-degree angle, that warrior one position. Square your hips up as much as you can towards the front of the mat. Lift the hands off the base of the spine. Big bend in that front leg. Bow the chest forward. Take a humble warrior. Really breathe into it. I know it's a strong pose. If clasping the hands doesn't serve you, you can either bring them to the back of your spine there, arms facing down, or even just having them down beside the foot. Whatever works best for you. I know it's a strong position. 1 more breath in. Exhale, place the hands on the inside of the left foot, walk them towards the center. Left foot turns to face forward, wide forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Frame the front foot. We're high on the back left toes. Dome to the upper back, create some space. Take the right foot back into high plank. Take your chaturanga or your flow. So optional, you can drop to the knees. We lower down halfway. Upward facing dog. Roll over the feet into downward facing dog. Left leg lift, inhale. Yawn the hip open here, squaring off those shoulders, big stretch through the midline of the body. 1 breath in. With exhale, take the knee over towards the right wrist. Inhale, send it back up. Knee towards the left elbow. Send it back up. 1 more, step it through the hands here. Inhale up to crescent lunge. Lower down, cactus the shoulders 3 times, reaching up nice and slow like you're moving through honey. That's 2, 3, reaching up. Take the hands towards the base of the spine, clasping the opposite way than before, so this might feel a little different. Turn that back foot 45 degrees, inhale. Puff the chest, nice and proud. Humble warrior on the exhale. Big bend in that front knee. Try and get your shoulder on the inside. Again, listen to your body. Clasped hands doesn't feel good for you, don't go there. 1 more breath in. Place the hands on the inside of the left foot. Walk your hands towards the center of the mat, straighten the left leg. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk the hands towards the back of the mat. Nice big bend in that right leg. Inhale up, crescent lunge. Good. 3 lunges. Cactus the arms all the way down. 1, 2. Inhale up. 1 more. Exhale down. 3. Inhale up. Clasp the hands. You know where we're going. Back foot 45 degree. Big front bend in that front knee. Make the chest proud. Humble warrior. Taking notice of your breath, slow it down if you can. 1 more breath in. Exhale, hands come down to the inside of that right foot. Spin towards the back of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Nice. Spin towards the front of the mat, big bend into that left foot. Plank the hands down, step back, take your flow. We need a downward facing dog. Really nice work. I know it's a bit tough, but we'll push through it. Just 1 more round on each side with a few modifications. So right leg lift, inhale. Yawn that hip open. Take a breath in. And then exhale, bring that knee towards that left wrist. Inhale, send it back up. Knee towards right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, step it through the hands. Sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Those 3 lunges with the cactus of the arms on the way down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Clasp the hands behind the back. Proud chest. Back foot comes down. Lean forward, humble warrior. 1 breath in. Exhale, plant the hands. Walk them to the middle. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Stay here. I want you to reach towards the outsides of your ankles. If you can grab them on the outsides of your feet. And dome through that back. Give yourself a nice little stretch. Maybe even pulling that belly button to spine might create a little more space. 1 more big breath in. Little bend of the elbows if you want to go a little further. And then exhale, walk the hands towards the back of the mat. Left knee bends. Inhale, crescent lunge. Ooh, a little wobble. Exhale, lower down. 3 times, you got it. That's it, back up to that crescent lunge. Opposite group to last time. Equal pressure through the front and back foot. Lift the chest. Bow the chest forward, humble warrior. 1 breath in. Exhale, walk the hands towards the center. Grab the outsides of the ankles. Try for a little lift, lengthen through that spine. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands towards the front foot. Step the front foot to meet the back. Take your flow halfway down. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Good, 1 more left side. Left leg lift, inhale. Knee towards that right wrist, you got it. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Step it on through that last time on this side. All the way up to that high crescent lunge. Take the back knee down, cactus those arms for 1, 2, 3. Reaching up. Hands come to the base of the spine. Bow forward, humble warrior. Big breath in. Exhale, walk the hands towards the center. Both feet facing forward, parallel. This time walk your hands back a little underneath you. Big breath in. Exhale, let something go. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen all the way through that spine. Exhale, face the back of the mat. Right knee bend. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Exhale, down, lower that back knee. 1, 2, 3. Good. Hands to the base of the spine. Press forward. You know where you're going. Take it there. Big breath in. Exhale, walk the hands towards the center. This time, take a nice halfway lift, flat back, and then just take your hands out towards each side. I'm going to press the other way just for this. It's probably a little bit of energy for you. So take your hands into a nice T position, and then notice what you do, 5 little circles backwards. 5 little circles backwards. So nice, hands come down, forward fold. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the arms up. T. Good. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up. Inhale, hands come down. Exhale, turn towards the front of your mat again. Step the foot back. Take your flow. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Good. And from here, take 1 collective breath. Inhale. Exhale, let something go. And we'll meet in a child's pose. So bring the knees nice and wide, big toes to touch. Send the bum back towards your heels and stretch the arms forward. If the space is there for you, your forehead will come towards the ground. And just start noticing and lengthening the breath, bringing the heart rate down just a little bit. Nice big breaths in. Nice long breath out. Noticing the change in the heart rate. Take 1 more round of breath in your child's pose. Nice full breath in through the nose. Then let it all go out through the mouth. Then when you're ready, make your way up into a kneeling position. So we're going to come into camel pose. We did go through this one last week. It's really important to listen to your body here. So if you've got any lower back issues or you know that this particular exercise doesn't feel good for you, please don't do it. You can either go into Shavasana position or any other sort of back bending position that you know works for you. We're going to go through it in stages. So the first one, we'll just take it nice and light, and then if you want to go into the full position, please feel free to do so, completely up to you. So let's just to start, we'll take the palms of our hands towards the base of our spine here, and then we're going to rise up off our heels and press our hips forward. Now you can stay here in this position. I want you to remember to keep your elbows facing towards each other and allowing like a nice little amount of support on the base of that spine. Roll the shoulders back, make the chest proud. If that feels good for you, you might want to take the neck and head back, remembering to listen to your body and what it needs. Keeping the breath slow and steady. Nice, loosening up through the front of the body. 1 more breath in. 1 full breath out. Then when you're ready, return chin towards the chest, and then slowly lowering all the way back down onto your heels. Take your hands away from the base of the spine, place them on the front of your legs, palms facing up. And just really sink into the feeling of opening up through the front body and taking a back bend. There's something about the way the compression of the spine feels, and then when you give it a nice release, then it's nice just to soak it all in for a few minutes before we go into the next round. And here, just noticing how different parts of your body feel. If you want to come in for a second round, that's completely okay. If you want to stay where you are, also completely okay. Do what feels good for you. If you're coming with us, blink open the eyes if they were closed. Place the hands on the base of the spine. We rise up nice and tall. Then push the hips forward. Chest comes proud. And if you want to take this, if this feels okay and you want to go to the next level, you may want to tuck the toes or keep them untucked depending on where your level of flexibility is at. And just taking one hand down at a time to meet your heel, and then maybe the other hand. With that, you might find that you can open up some space in the front of the chest a little bit more. But again, listening to your body and only taking it to your limit. Then when you're ready to come out, using one hand to find the back of your spine and the other hand, maybe a slow little steady at the top, untuck the toes, and then come all the way back down. Backs of the hands, find the tops of the thighs, close the eyes down. Again, really soak up all the feeling of bending and stretching throughout this practice. Then when you're ready, when you just scoot your hips over towards one side, and we'll come down to lay flat on our backs. And not the back of my top, so I'm just going to do that. And make it a little bit more comfortable. And when you get there, keep your feet flat on the mat and the knees just towards the ceiling, and maybe knock them in towards each other, just while our spine adjusts a little bit. And then maybe rocking the knees from side to side. Lengthen the left leg long on the mat and bring the right knee in towards the chest. Now, using your left hand, I want you to take the right leg knee across the body and then turn your gaze towards the right side. So a nice little spine twist here. It can also be a nice little chest or shoulder opener. And just making sure that both shoulders stay flat on the ground. So if one starts to peel off, just bring that leg back a little bit. Nice little wind down into the last part of the class. And when you're ready, come to center. Right leg goes long, left leg comes into the chest. You may want to shuffle the hips. I like to sort of shuffle the hips into center a little bit when I do this pose. And using the right hand, take the left knee across the body and turn your gaze towards the left hand. Then, when you're ready, returning to center. Maybe putting on a long sleeve or getting comfortable into your final position here. So we're going to lengthen both of the legs long. Take your feet as wide as the mat, your arms as wide as the mat. And start settling into the final pose of the class, Shavasana. So it's here when you start noticing the benefits of the work that you just did. And allowing the body to calmly restore itself and unwind. Bring your focus back to your breath. And just start releasing any tension that you might have in the shoulders, the chest, the hips. Letting the feet naturally splay out and the fingertips curling. Use these last final moments of class to just be present on our mat. Feel free to stay here for a few moments more, if that's where you'd like to go. If not, I want you to roll over onto your most comfortable side, maybe using your hand to cradle your head, keeping the eyes closed down. Letting the body adjust. Then when you're ready, with as least effort as possible, slowly make your way up into a nice comfortable seat. Again, keeping your eyes closed down if you can. Take one nice big breath in. Think of something to be grateful for today. And exhale it out. Bring your hands into heart center and bow your head forward in gratitude to yourself and the practice. And we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining again. That's a little bit of I tend to stick to a bit of a fiery flow because of the background that I come from. I like to sort of incorporate a little bit of a workout element into my yoga vinyasa flows. So I hope you've been enjoying it. Again, if you've got any feedback, please don't hesitate to leave a little comment or let us know how you're going with it all. I'll be back with another flow next week for you. But in the meantime, feel free to do this one a couple of times if it felt good for you, or even just taking a couple of elements out of the practice that you might want to work on or that felt particularly good. Or again, if something felt particularly sticky, sometimes that's a sign for us to work on that as well. So stay safe, be healthy, and I'll check in with you guys again next week.